What's up, guys? Today we're just keeping the ball rolling and checking out another Amazon subwoofer. That's crazy. Look, it says Amazon Hyanka. But anyway, Big T Diz, my buddy in Tennessee, swears by these things. So he sent me one to test out. So thank you, Big T Diz. He's got 6 of these running in his van, and they call him the Destroyer up in Tennessee. So
oh, yeah,
these things obviously are halfway decent. So he sent me one to check out. So this is Hyanka BSF-12 dual 4-ohm, and you can get these on Amazon, I believe. I haven't looked to see if they have a website yet or not. So far, it's a pretty nice woofer. I'll show you how much it weighs. I'll throw that up on the screen now. So it does have some weight to it. I don't know what's up with all these crazy brand woofers. I'm not sure if they're just the build houses selling stuff through Amazon or what, but this particular woofer, it looks pretty nice. It has a high roll surround. I'm not sure about the cone. It almost looks glittery, but it's pretty nice looking. The logo is sticking out a little bit so you can feel it, and it looks pretty good. I don't know about the Hyanka name, but the sub looks pretty good itself. It's got a stitch surround on the cone. Looks pretty decent. So let me go ahead and show you guys the back, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, here's the back of this thing, and it looks really nice. Crazy. So the magnet plate is actually like a nice black satin finish. You got your sticker right there, and again, it says by Amazon. So I don't know if Amazon is starting to make subwoofers. It does have a rubber bumper. Really nice basket. This almost like reminds me of a lot of the other baskets that are used on a lot of subs. Almost looks like the SCAR EVL basket and quite a few others. It's got decent push terminals, and they're supported by the basket, so they're pretty solid. Really nice looking sub. It's weird. I wonder if we're going to start seeing a bunch of these odd named subs come around. So let me go ahead and give you guys a shot of the spider and the tinsel leads. Okay, so looking at the back of the cone, it's a pulp paper cone, and I believe this has a 2.5-inch copper voice coil. I don't know if you could see it in there. It's got actual heavy duty spider on it. It's got a spider hold down ring, which is nice. It does have just round tinsel leads, but they are pretty heavy duty. Nothing too crazy. There's a better shot, but nice looking sub. We'll see how it does, but I think this weighs almost like 20 pounds, which is not crazy, but it definitely doesn't feel cheap. So that's it. So we'll get this thing hooked up in a box. It says it's 1600 max, so I'll probably give it around 1,000 or 1,200, but pretty cool. So we'll see what this thing does. Let's go ahead and throw it in the box. I'm going to throw this in a custom 2 cubic foot 35 hertz box, and we'll see how it does. I also wanted to throw the TS parameters up for you guys right now on the screen, because again, just like the Zareem audio sub I reviewed, there's no manual inside the box, no paperwork whatsoever, so there's no TS parameters or anything like that. So here's those for you guys right now. Alright, let's go get this thing hooked up. Alright, we got it all mounted up. Gonna give it about 1,300 watts, and I'm gonna push it as far as I can without any kind of mechanical interference. So, and again, this is in a 2 cubic foot 35 hertz box. So let me get it cranked up, show you guys what it can do. I have the box up like this, facing up, because it's easier to show you guys what the woofer's doing. So alrighty, hang tight. Let's do some sweeps. $15 hertz, 20 hertz, 24 hertz, 30 hertz. Alright guys, so as you can see, this thing did pretty good. I'm wondering if we're gonna start to see this more. Some of these, you know, crazy off-name woofers coming out for a pretty good price, and you know they're just basically based off something else. We all know that. But I mean, hey, if it sounds good and it's cheaper, this thing actually is a pretty good quality sub. Right now at the moment it's $109 on Amazon. This one got sent to me from a buddy of mine, so he's real happy with them. So currently they're $109. I feel like it's a really good deal. At $109 there's other subs that are getting close to being good, but when I listen to this a little bit more and get back to the shop, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. I'm going to run it through a little bit more, different kind of music. I'm going to throw some rock, rap, some stuff with quick bass on it, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts when we get back to the shop. But so far, as you guys can see, this thing cranked pretty hard and did pretty well. So far, no complaints, but I got to put it through the ringer and get some time on it. So I'll give you my final thoughts here in a minute. Okay guys, so we're back for the final thoughts on this Amazon Hyanka car audio subwoofer. I put it through the ringer, got some time on it, through some rap, electronic music, country, metal, rock. My final thoughts are, dang, this thing sounds excellent. It's nice to try new weird things and it actually turns out good. This thing sounds good for all kinds of music, and it's very loud. This thing puts out some volume. It moves some air. It's got really good punch to it, so it's a pretty punchy woofer. Hits the lows pretty good, moves a lot of air. It did really well with like old school rock, double bass, metal, country, rap. It is an all-around great subwoofer. So I'd say for $109, this is one of the best, I think, overall subs for that price range. If you can get over it being a weird name and an Amazon brand subwoofer, I guess. But it sounds great. I was really shocked. The only thing I did notice is I was giving it about 1400 watts, and it did reach its mechanical limits. So I wasn't able to give it all that power. But the good thing is so if you gave this sub like 750 to 1000 watts, that's all it needs, and it gets down with that power. So you don't need a 2000 watt amp or a 1500 watt amp for this sub. So for instance, this thing gets just as loud as like a Scar EVL, but you only need to give it 1000 watts, 800 watts. So it's not like a bad thing that, you know, it doesn't take as much power. It means you don't need as much power, which is good. So you could hook this up to like a Razor that puts out like 800 at 2 ohms, and it would crank. So it just makes it real easy, you know, to find just like an 800,000 watt amp to throw at this thing, and it sounds very good. I couldn't believe it, honestly. I thought it was going to be kind of a turd, to be honest, but I was blown away. It sounds really good. Now I don't know what's up with, you know, if Amazon's going to be coming out with their own line of electronics or car audio, but obviously they put their name on the box and on the back of the magnet like you saw earlier in the video. So I would assume that they're kind of partnering up and coming out with their own brands. So that might be a good thing or a bad thing for some competitors, but it is what it is. So overall, guys, this is a winner at 109 bucks. I mean, I honestly think it sounds better than an SVR. I think it sounds like just as good as a Gothic, but this actually sounds tighter and punchier for like metal or rock. But so it's right in there for 110 bucks. It is one of the best subs in that price range, hands down. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think it's based off of. I didn't compare the TS parameters with everything yet. I've been busy. I've been trying to get these last couple of videos done, so I haven't done my research. But it's a great sub, guys. You will not be disappointed. This would be a nice sub if you were going to do, like, if you didn't want to have an alternator, you know, and a extra battery. You know, you can get 2 of these on like a 1500 watt amp, and it would crank. You know, or even if you guys wanted to throw 4 of these, you know, in a car with like a 3000 watt amp, because they don't need that much power to get loud. So that's what's really cool about it. So, alright guys, until next time.